Today we're talking to Nitzia, Chama, and Hansel Ramirez about their role as field workers on the hit show American Crime.
Tonight we're going hard, hard, just like the world is hard. We're tearing it apart,
PMC. Hey guys, how are you doing today?
Well, we're extremely happy. We are part of the third season of American Crime, and that's a big deal for us. We are immigrants as well, so we can relate with this series like a lot.
Definitely. In this upcoming episode, without giving a little bit too much, there's a very iconic scene where you are translating Nahuatl is a dialect that comes from Mexico. How difficult was it to learn it, period?
It was really hard because I knew a little bit, but you get out of practice and you heard that when you're a child, and now being in another country, you think, well, I guess nobody talks that language, but it happens that yes, there are tons of people who are having a hard time because they happen to have the same circumstances that her role has in the show, that they can't express themselves because that's the only language that they know. So it was challenging because if you heard something like Kiliquequitl Motequixpa, you're like, what? It's hard. I mean, if you compare Spanish to English, there are some cognates, there are some keys that you are like, oh, okay, Mexican, Mexicano, yeah, it sounds similar, okay, so you hook that, but Kiliquequitl Motequixpa, it was a tongue twister. It was hard because we are blessed to have such a long, nice scene with a great structure, but it was like 6-7 pages of Spanish.
It's okay though, Spanglish, it's coming alive. Did you guys have a coach? Did you have a coach?
Yeah, we did. Well, let me tell you that for me, it was like the most challenging part, the Nahuatl, because when I wrote the scene, well, the whole script, it was in English. Then they gave us our lines in Spanish. And at the first audition, they told us like, well, try to translate them for the callback. So I was like, what? But I don't even get one word from the dialogue. So after we booked the role, they gave us a coach, and it was very interesting because he's American. He's also a teacher. He's a professor in UCLA. So I was like, wow, so I don't get it. So you're not Mexican and you are teaching us Nahuatl, which is an indigenous language from Mexico. And he was like, oh yeah, and I also speak Mixteco, Zapoteco, all different dialects. So for us for me it was like that moment, like I have to appreciate my culture. I need to go back and to see like, okay, why am I learning English if I have to learn Nahuatl as well? There's people who can't communicate for that. If for us was difficult when we came to this country, I came 5 years ago, and I was struggling, and I was like, oh, maybe because my accent, because I need to learn a new language, and everything is new. But for those people who really don't even understand Spanish, can you imagine those lives? Like that has to be really hard.
Oh, most definitely.
Something that I would like to add to all this subject is that sometimes you watch a movie, a Hollywood movie, and you see that the role is supposed to be a Cuban guy, but he speaks like Peruvian or for somewhere else, and that annoys you as an audience. It's like, no, that's not, or a Mexican, like, and it's not the accent, it's not the stress of the words, not the slang, and that annoys you. And we were thinking about, no, this is a really hard task to accomplish, but it's our goal and our responsibility for the audience, for respect to them, that it's very clear, and we are very happy that the production were aware of that. So many huge productions, they don't care. It's like, oh yes, they don't care about the accent, but you know what I'm talking about. So it was really nice to have all that support.
And it was very difficult because we had the coach in front of us. So every time when they said like, okay, ready, camera ready, rolling cameras, I was like, oh my gosh, Kevin is looking at me. So I was like, quipillas, hermano. tequibaya with like trying to pronounce as much like as I can, but it was at the same time confusing because as an actor you're trying to be in the moment, you're trying to have the emotion, to be present, and it was hard, definitely.
How relevant is this show to modern times, do you feel?
Completely. It's something that we see every time. You just need to go around the corner and you'll see all these events happening. It's just about opening your eyes and being aware and not being blaming ignorance, because that's not possible in the modern times that we have now, that we can connect with someone in the other side of the world just by using some app. It's like it's being responsible about thinking about how clothes, how food comes to us, and what's all that journey that these things come to us.
Right.
It's I think the main message is being responsible and respect.
Definitely, most definitely. So there you have it, guys. Nitzia, Chama, and Hansel Ramirez from American Crime. Don't forget to tune in on ABC.